Cool Mini or not, the board game company responsible for many games.
I mean, Zombicide. They were partnered with us. I think they're called Soda Pop
miniatures. For Arcadia Quest and all those games.
The All Star Ninja, and they do a lot.
They need no introduction. They just announced that, although we just introduced them, they announced that they are now going to be publicly tradable on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange.
Huh.
Yes, and I want to read their quote as to what this means. They said, the increased capital from the public listing will allow Cool Mini or Not to grow an already amazing team, expand into new geographic markets, and acquire new titles, licenses, and properties that fit into Cool Mini or Not's growing catalog. The Cool Mini or Not that everyone knows and enjoys is still here, but now with the ability to offer an even better gaming experience in our 3 core divisions: board games, digital games, and miniature games. Apparently those are 3 separate divisions.
I don't know much about their digital.
Yeah,
I think this is very interesting, and I mean, I think it's good. The only downside I can think of right off the bat, once again, I know nothing about how the stock market works. I don't think anyone does.
But really no one does.
Especially since it's also Hong Kong, because that's a whole other fun boat, because it's like China, not China, like that.
Right.
But I do know that, at least like for other properties, they're not allowed to show skulls. Like in League of Legends, they actually redid an entire character because he was a skeleton at first. And in China, they're not allowed to do that, so they changed the way he looks. So it means that we won't see any skulls in their games. I don't know if that's a big deal or not.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's not. Maybe this is the fact that it's on their stock market is a separate issue. I don't know.
That's true too. But I would think that if they're going there, they're also hoping to sell more in Hong Kong and China as well.
Yeah, well,
not that that's like that big of a deal. At least most I can think of is even their zombies, and none of them, as far as I can think of, have skeletons. They're all fleshy.
Right. I would wonder if maybe this was kind of a stepping stone. Like for some reason, this is like where they're going to start with being publicly tradable on the stock market and move into other countries or something like that.
Oh, the one thing I do also hope this is a sign and hope they're doing is, I mean, a lot of the games that I can think of that directly from them more. Like, I guess technically Soda Pop is like this, but that's more of almost like cutesy anime but like pull from like the Legend of the Three Kingdoms if they made like a miniature game based off that. Mm-hmm. Or something more like, and pull from the maybe some more mythology and stuff that we don't see often. I usually think of the pirates, the Zombicide or something.
No, that would definitely be something that would be cool. We always want to see more.
Of course, this is just crazy speculation because we don't know anything about what all this means.
But I mean, one thing that is a potential maybe concern is that once you're a public company, you're potentially more beholden to your stockholders.
Right. Well, no, that's where my skull idea came from. It's not as much. It's mostly because if they're from Hong Kong, like that's why I'm like, I don't know if they would.
Like, it seems like this is a much more common thing with video games, at least in the hobbies that I follow. So I'm always reading about anytime Nintendo does something.
Look at how many times movies now appear in China now.
Well, right, but anytime Nintendo does something, just in general, being traded, you always read about their investors. The points went up, the points went down. They didn't like this, they like this, and this seems like all its stock investors are a very fickle bunch that have knee-jerk reactions to everything. But they claim that won't change anything, and it will just give them more revenue. It certainly seems like a big step. So I guess congratulations.
This is our official announcement to buy.
Buy them out. And of course, one of the most popular, it's just a side news, designers who has done games for Cool Mini or Not recently, Bloodborne, Eric Lang, just did an Ask Me Anything on Reddit. I don't know if you had saw that.
I have not. But I haven't been on Reddit in a while.
But check that out if you're interested in that. He talks a lot about, he answers some good questions about game design and the kind of games he wants to design. He was saying how he wants to make an MMORPG at some point.
No, you mean an actual one or a board game?
Video game.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I don't know. I have to ask.
He would love to do a full Final Fantasy campaign style, like dungeon crawling game. Some other interesting just tidbits about how the industry works, stuff like that. Cool stuff to check out if you want to look at that. Before I continue, I say this: if you actually know a bit more somehow of the stock market, especially when it comes to maybe the foreign stock market in like Hong Kong versus regular China, please comment
we'd love to hear from them.
Yeah, their press release was a little vague. It didn't go into a lot of the details.
Because they don't know either.
Yeah, they don't know either. Nobody knows.